I thought one cruel question would make the blind salesman snap. But when he didn't, I had to find out what would break first. His patience or mine. I kept picking apart the goods he sold over the phone, even hissing that he didn't know what color the ocean was, just to decide whether he was worthy of being saved by me. When I followed him to a restaurant and heard him play the piano before carefully approaching the woman he liked, I knew that if I chose him, I would have to give up the most precious thing I had. I waited for him to finally hate me, but even after I mocked the darkness he lived in, he only tried harder to help me solve the problem. I pushed again, harder this time, and when the call ended, the only person shaking was me. So I got my first answer right there. Suffering had not made him cruel. But that only forced the next question on me. Was he really that kind outside of work? I followed him after work, because a patient attitude on the job alone was not enough to prove he was a good person, and I could not afford to be wrong about the first name on my list. What I found was a restaurant piano, and he played it so quietly that the whole room seemed to lean toward him without even knowing it. His music showed me how deeply the blind man loved it, but that still was not proof enough, so I kept watching. Then I saw the woman he liked, and every step he took near her was careful, as if one wrong movement might make her uncomfortable and scare her away. That settled one doubt. He was not the kind of man who reached out carelessly for what he wanted, but it opened another one at once. Was he holding back because he lacked courage, or because he was kind? I asked him whether he liked her and why he never made the first move. Instead, he made it clear he was not thinking about himself as much as her comfort. With that, my last excuse for doubting him was gone, and the moment I knew he was worthy, the real pressure started. Because now I had to decide how soon I was willing to give him the one thing I could never take back.